Sometimes all you need is cheap, reliable transportation. And at around $13,000, the Mitsubishi Mirage offers just that. But does cheap always mean bad? Sometimes you get the impression, just based on the engine size and price point, that these cars are going to be terrible. But as we've learned with the Chevy Spark, you end up being surprised at how competent they really are. So, is the Mirage an overachieving, affordable hatchback? And does it do anything to make it stand out in the subcompact field? Let's find out. While this does look like the sort of prize you'd get in a Happy Meal, it actually has real, honest-to-goodness mechanicals under the hood. Well, just barely. Right there is a 1.2-liter three-cylinder engine that makes 74 horsepower and 74 pounds-feet of torque. And in the base model, which weighs just under 2,000 pounds, is mated to a 5-speed manual transmission. Here we have a CVT. That 5-speed helps the Mirage get 34 miles per gallon in the city, 42 miles per gallon on the highway, and makes 37 miles per gallon combined. However, the CVT is much more fuel efficient, getting 37 miles per gallon in the city, 44 miles per gallon on the highway, and 40 miles per gallon combined. That makes it one of the most fuel efficient, non-hybrid, non-diesel cars available. You can get a Mirage for just $13,790 including destination, but this model we have here is an ES model with a few more upgrades including Bluetooth and fog lights. It comes to just $15,990. While we're talking about numbers, it's important to bring up warranties. Now, people buy new cars because they want that peace of mind that comes with something that's brand new and won't break down. Now, Mitsubishi goes an extra step further by offering some pretty solid warranties. The new car warranty is a 5-year, 60,000-mile warranty, while the powertrain warranty goes on for 10 years and 100,000 miles. And you don't have to worry about the Mirage getting any uglier because there's a 7-year anti-corrosion warranty included as well. To put it bluntly, the Mirage just doesn't have the same visual pop as the Chevy Spark, Chevy Sonic, or even the Scion IQ. And in terms of exterior callouts, all we have are these fog lights and these 14-inch alloys, which aren't really going to impress anybody. But at the same time, those other subcompacts are a bit juvenile looking. At least when it comes to the Mirage, it's bland and inoffensive. It doesn't really make a statement, and some people might be looking for that. At least it's pretty anonymous looking, which could be an advantage if it comes to robbing a bank. The cops would gaze right over you as you dawdle away to freedom. Now, anyone buying a subcompact car might be concerned about safety. When it comes to the IIHS crash test ratings, the Mirage got a good rating in all but one category, the small overlap test. As with any cheap car, the Mirage used a lot of ugly plastic in the interior. But if you measure it up against the competition, like the Yaris and Mazda 2, it kind of stands up pretty well. It's not very comfortable either. If you rest your elbows on the door for a long time, which are hard plastic, you're going to end up hurting yourself. And these seats could use a little bit more support. A long trip will leave you with a sore bottom. It's not all bad though. There's a very nice looking center cluster with a piano black finish. It's also easy and simple to use. It kind of reminds me of how you could text without looking on those old T9 cell phones. Also, there's standard automatic climate control, which is a cool feature if you don't like fiddling with dials and buttons. But something that I would have preferred to see in its place is standard Bluetooth. Especially with so many states outlawing use of cell phone in the car, I think I'd rather see the money being spent on a Bluetooth system rather than automatic climate control. And if you did decide to rob a bank, you might have to leave some loot behind. With the rear seats down, you have a total of 47 cubic feet of storage, which is about 10 cubic feet less than the Honda Fit. The Mirage still offers more cargo space than the Spark and is about 4 inches longer overall than that American car. And rear space is predictably tight as well. The Mirage can't compete with the likes of the Hyundai Accent or the Honda Fit in terms of headroom and legroom, but it's about on par with the Ford Fiesta in terms of rear seat legroom. But don't assume that means it's hospitable back there. Also, here's an interesting fact. The sound system in the Mirage pumps out 140 watts of tunes, spread out over 4 speakers. Now, sometimes it sounds like the sound system is more powerful than the engine under the hood. Maybe if I run out of fuel, I can try getting home bouncing on some bass grooves. Now, one thing dominates the driving experience in the Mitsubishi Mirage, and that's noise. There's noise from the engine, there's noise from the transmission, there's noise from the tires, there's noise from the road, there's wind noise, there's noise everywhere. Now, other cars like the Fit and the Fiesta have shown us that you can actually have fun with a subcompact car. And I was really hoping to get that same feeling out of the Mitsubishi Mirage. But I was really let down by the steering. It's really flimsy, it's vague, you don't get a good sense of where the wheels are on the road, and it doesn't really spring back to center the way you'd like it to. With 74 horsepower, the Mitsubishi Mirage isn't exactly fast, and taking this thing on the highway, trying to pass an 18-wheeler, you're gonna have a bit of a terrifying experience. I mean, in some ways, you could be laughing at that. In other ways, you could just be clenching with fear. Now, Mitsubishi didn't do much when it brought the Mirage to the US. It didn't change the suspension very much at all. And in a way, you've got a very harsh ride. If you hit a pothole or a manhole cover, you're gonna feel it, and it's gonna hurt your butt a little bit. Now, there is a silver lining to the Mitsubishi Mirage, and it's fuel economy. In this CVT-equipped model, I'm able to get over 40 miles per gallon on the highway, and in the city, I'm able to get just over 35 miles per gallon. That's pretty good, especially considering this car isn't a diesel or a hybrid-equipped vehicle. Now, despite its terrible steering feel, the Mirage has a fantastic turning circle, one of the best in the segment, and as a whole, it makes driving in the city in urban environments really easy. As unrefined as the Mirage is, it does have some commendable features. It's cheap, it's great on gas, and it's got a solid warranty. It's the no-nonsense choice. But if you're concerned about anything else, like exterior styling, space, and driving dynamics, you can do a lot better than the Mitsubishi Mirage.